Check out challenge number 13, paper 1, so non-calculator, question 10, grade B. And we're looking at a cumulative frequency question here. So Cambria Airlines has planes that can carry up to 70 passengers. For safety, the crew practice the emergency exit procedures with a group of 70 passengers. Every 10 seconds, the safety officer records the total number of passengers who have left the plane. He has displayed the results in the cumulative frequency diagram shown below. So for you, cumulative frequency needs to trigger a number of key things. It needs to trigger the terms median, upper quartile, lower quartile, and also how to read the information off the cumulative frequency curve. And what the way that things are read off is using is less than. So this is telling you here that in the first 10 seconds, checking the scale, it's going up in ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people exited in less than 10 seconds. This is telling you that 7 people exited in the first 20, or took less than 20 seconds to leave. This is telling you 15 people took less than 30 seconds to leave, and so on. Right up to the furthest point there, which is your 70 passengers. 70 passengers took less than 70 seconds to leave. The median, well, if there are 70 people, the median is the middle, which is 35. So we're going to 35 on the cumulative frequency. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35 is there. You read across to the curve and then down. So the median is 45 seconds. So that's saying that half the passengers got out of the plane in less than 45 seconds. How many passengers took more than 50? So there's your 50 seconds. So this time now we're reading in this direction. And we're going to read across to here. 40 passengers. Now remember, when we read off directly off a cumulative frequency, we're talking less than. So this is saying 40 passengers took less than 50. Here they want to know more than 50. So more than 50 is this difference here. So it's in fact 30 people. Cambria Airlines has a policy that states the following. In the event of an emergency exit procedure, at least 90% of the 70 passengers must have left the plane within 1 minute. So 90% of the 70. It's a non-calculator paper, so we've got to work that out ourselves. So 10% of 70 is 7. So 90% of 70 will be 9 sevens, 63 passengers. So we need to make sure that at least 63 passengers have left in under a minute. So there's 2 ways you could do this. We could read off the graph now for how many actually did leave in less than a minute. So if we're reading off 60 seconds, and we've got 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. So from the graph, 65 passengers exit in less than 1 minute. So actually 65 left. They only needed 63 to leave, so the procedure met the requirements. So the requirements only needed 63 passengers to exit in under a minute. Requirements only needed 63 passengers to exit in under a minute. In fact, 65 passengers did so. So the requirements were met. So to go through that again, 90% of 70 means they needed 63 passengers to exit in under a minute. From the graph, it was actually 65 that got out in that time, so the requirements were met.